Edward Snowden did was a magnificent and extraordinary act of civil disobedience. I recognize that he's standing on my shoulders, that he knew that it would take extraordinary documentation based on all the revelations that myself and others had disclosed, both within channels and with the press, that what had preceded him was insufficient to ignite the critical debate and discussion that had never occurred in the post-9/11 era. And so what he's done is given us a rare opportunity, a truly rare opportunity. Those of us who are the governed to say, do we consent to this activity? And if we don't, what are you going to do about it, we the people? It's that simple. It's in our hands. Anybody read Catch-22, the Joseph Heller novel? Yeah. See, the government, without our consent, is simply taking away what they believe, okay? What they believe, what they can, without our knowledge. And the argument is, who's going to stop us now? Because remember, even with some of the Edward Snowden disclosures, like the FISA court order, the extraordinary document that compels Verizon each and every day to turn over every subscriber record it has through their business services entity, based on an FBI affidavit, to turn over all phone records that Verizon has each and every day to NSA. There's no suspicion. There's no probable cause. There's nothing that justifies it except it's an order. It's an order. See, for me, it's really chilling. Who would have imagined that this could happen in this country? Well, there's nothing particularly exceptional about Americans in this regard. History's not kind. You have to go back even to the 1930s. And you read Article 48 of the Weimar Republic, okay, and you start looking at the Enabling Act legislation that was actually passed, legalizing under the legislative branch, and then the executive secretly interpreting. Parallels are really disturbing. They truly are. And so we have this extraordinary opportunity in this country to halt the slide. And Edward Snowden has given us that gift. And he was willing to not only escape the country, he was willing to put his life, as well as other whistleblowers, willing to sacrifice, just like Chelsea Manning did, to expose the dark underbelly of foreign policy and military operations overseas. And just like any number of others, some you will never hear of, who've done their part to bring to light what needs to be shown to the public. So we have the opportunity to see just how far those who ostensibly represent us, those who are elected or unelected, have gone, claiming in our name what must fall under national security. And who cares about that other side of liberty and rights and freedoms and all that? That's just some, old value system. This is the real world. And of course, if you have nothing to hide, then you have nothing to worry about. Because in this environment, there is no privacy. In this environment, everybody is guilty by definition. If you knew, and writing a book with Jesselyn about this, simply cannot find a publisher after 2 years. No one to this day wants to touch the material. Nobody to this day wants to touch the material. Far more went on in my case than has ever been publicly disclosed. How far the government went to destroy the very people that I used to work with, turn their own lives upside down. But you'll never see that on the front pages. People who've lost their jobs because of me, merely by association, hanging out with the wrong person. What does it come to in this country? And people self-censor. Edward Snowden is clearly given this extraordinary opportunity to open up any number of windows into this dark building called central government. The critical question is, what are we the people going to do about it? I said it yesterday. Franklin is asked, what did you guys create in there? A republic, if you can keep it. There were no guarantees. And I recognize that the vast majority of Americans just want to go about their daily lives and be left alone. To be left alone. To do what they do. Respecting each other, but leaving you alone. Government doesn't want to leave you alone. Right? It's pathological. And most people don't want to have positions in government. They don't. It's not what most people seek in life. It just isn't. They don't seek power over others. And that's why we had this mechanism that was put into place to check all that. Those checks are gone. Okay? We're fortunate because of Edward Snowden and a number of others, we're at least having this conversation debate. But it's still back to us, we the people, in order to form a more perfect union. And however way we want to do that, it's our choice.